There are so many great passages in the Bible, and one of them is what's called the prologue to the Gospel of John. It's the beginning of John's Gospel, which talks about the Word and how the Word was with God and the Word was God, and it talks about John the Baptist who comes to prepare the way for the Word, to bear witness to the light, the true light that enlightens everyone who was coming into the world. And John says he was in the world, and the world came into being through him, but the world did not know him. And he came even to his own people, and his own people did not accept him. And that brings us to our verses for today, John chapter 1, verses 12 and 13. But to all who received him, who believed in his name, he gave power to become children of God, who were born not of blood, or of the will of the flesh, or of the will of man, but of God. Our theme this week in our daily devotions is the family of God. And here in the beginning of John's Gospel, we have John declaring, both John the evangelist and John the Baptist, that it's in and through Jesus that we become part of the family of God. We become children of God. And there's two key words that we hear. It's to all who received him. Well, what is it to receive someone? Well, if we receive someone in our home, what do? Well, we welcome them. We show them hospitality. We allow them to come in. We try to take care of them. We create space in our home and in our heart and in our life for people we receive. So the first step in being a child of God from John chapter 1 is we need to receive the one that has been sent by God. That is Jesus. To all who received him, and then the next thing is who believed in his name. And so believing that Jesus is who he says he is. And in John's Gospel, we're going to hear Jesus talk as we did a series in worship a couple of years ago of who he is. I am all these different things. Remember, the bread of life, the light of the world, the way, the truth, and the life, the resurrection and the life. Jesus is all these things, and all of them are connected to life. So if we want to be part of the family of God, John says very simply, we need to receive Jesus and we need to believe in his name. We need to believe that he is who he says. And that will cause us to have a second birth. We will be born not of blood, not of physical birth. That's what the blood means. Not of the will of man. It's not because a man and a woman decided to have a child or they wanted to have a family, but of the will of God. And God's will is that as many people as possible will receive Jesus and believe in Jesus. I hope you have made that decision, and once having made it, that you are now an ambassador for Christ, inviting others also to receive and believe.